How do you think you're doing, David?
There is no do.
What do you mean by that, there is no do? I mean, everybody's out doing, looking for things to do, nothing to do. And you say there is no do. I know you mean something different by it. What do you mean that there is no do?
I mean that everyone that thinks that free will is real is a psychopathically insane victim of brainwashing. I mean, you can only be because you are the only thing that exists, undulating into the future.
Are you going against everything that is?
I am the only thing that exists.
And there's no separation in you. There's no division.
Interconnectedness is a misnomer. The whole is a single object.
And every part is complete.
There's no part.
It's just all one thing.
Yes.
How would you explain that?
No leaf falls randomly.
But then who's controlling it? If nothing falls randomly, then something's controlling it.
Motion's nature.
How so? How do you mean? What do you mean by that?
Watch a river. Watch fire.
But you're in a system that's being manipulated, motivated, conscripted into action. People are all busy about doing everything. You know, the streets are congested, like where our planet is dying.
Yeah. Patience be with us. Everyone who thinks free will is real is psychopathically insane, victim of brainwashing.
What do you mean by that, though? There's no
I
free
mean,
will.
There's no
Who's
free will.
controlling it then? Why would anybody make
There's
a
no
world?
control. You are the only thing that exists falling into the future.
But the system is we're in a nutsy system.
The tyrant is as natural as anything else.
And so even their control is controlled.
It's like holding in a pea. We needed to see what hell was like before we could break our enthrallment, become self-aware again.
So then isn't that a decision that you're making to a direction you're taking?
No, it's the nature of sanity. Sanity won't allow insanity.
But what people are doing is literally crazy.
Yeah. Well, that's been the tyrant's trick.
But we're forced to go along with that.
You're not forced.
Well, where's the option then?
The option is prefer death.
Yeah, but even to prefer death, you still have to move on some kind of a course of action to get that.
Just
you
love
go to
truth
war
most.
or something.
Love truth most. Just love truth most, and everything else falls into place.
It's such a philosophy that you've got. I mean, it's really something. I know you're totally committed to it.
Patience be with us.
What do you think where people are today? You go down to the legislature every day. Are you having an effect there? You sit there with that sign. You're determined.
I'm gonna save the world. I'm gonna end hell. I'm gonna break the lie. I am the Christ. And I'm a high school dropout from Central Alberta.
How can you say that? With a straight face, how can you say, I am the Christ?
Because I'm the smartest. I know best what God looks like. I know the nature of everything. And by virtue of the not using money thing, I've had time enough to see that it's not just in the abominableness of thinking humans have individual wills, but it's also the next step in confronting our entanglement in systems of survival that require denial of truth. AKA when everyone becomes smart, money stops working. And so it's not good for the tyrant if everyone becomes self-aware. Because food grows on trees and we're angels.
You think you can really change the system?
Just watch me.
That's true. I am watching you. You're consistent. You're persistent. And you have some integrity in your values, for sure. Like, and you say you know what God looks like. But then you also say that you are that.
Yeah. People will figure it out.
How do you stop yourself from going crazy?
I wish I could. Go crazy, that is.
You wish you could? As an escape?
No, it's just a stoic thing to say from someone who doesn't have the capacity to be crazy anymore. Never did, apparently.
You're too smart for that.
Yes.
So how would you sum up the condition that you're in right now?
Work.
It's a job, being Messiah.
Soldiering.
Do you see others as having the capacity that you've got?
Everyone will. It'll become normal. Little nervous breakdowns everywhere.
And then a mass awakening.
Yeah.
But first we got to go through the purge.
We'll see what happens in the next 5 seconds.
You're that on, aren't you?
Patience be with us.
How long have you been saying that?
The bees are nice.
How would you simplify what the world's condition is?
Insane.
But you're forced to go along with it.
Well, insane says a lot. Insane says it's not evil.
But what's happening is horrible. The wars we're in, the threats we're under.
Well, people really have to be as bad as possible to work up the nervous breakdown, I guess.
And you see that coming?
Invariably. That's how brains work.
What do you mean?
A brain exposed to truth, if an ego ignores that truth, the brain will make the ego crazy. Discontent.
But then now we just got a bunch of crazy people running around.
Yeah, and it will build and build until there'll be a mass nervous breakdown. Because there'll be, even if people can't conceptualize or articulate the thoughts in their head, they'll know that they don't want to rage. And then there'll be those who rage. And then those who don't want to rage will always be smarter. And then when they know why they don't want to rage, they'll be invulnerable. Because rage is inherently sophomoric. Rage is not a spirit in itself, it's just a tantrum.
Do you know anybody else that knows what you know?
Not alive.
Well, you think the masters of the past were aware of what you're saying now?
Oh yes.
And they said basically the same thing.
Yeah, that's only because truth is the truth. Static forever.
David Arthur Johnston, Victoria, BC. Now, what's the date today? June the 6th, 2025. Here you are. Here we are, watching the world go crazy.